Hello guys, welcome back to a brand new video. In today's video, I'm gonna show you how to rush A on Nuke as T on Eco and Force by rounds. I hope you enjoy this video. Make sure to leave a like and subscribe. By the way, we are doing free giveaways every month. In these giveaways, you can win various CS2 skins and free CS2 course access passes created by a Faceit level 10 coach who has experience in high tier CS2 teams. To sign up, simply visit the CS2 polls giveaway page and follow the instructions. Link is in the description. And without further ado, let's get straight into it. So let's break down how you can pretty much rush towards A site on Eco and Force by rounds. There's only certainly one way that you can rush through, and that is rushing towards hut and single door. That's the only way that you can usually push towards A side, because pushing throughout other positions like for example outside is way more risky, since if enemies are with a good buy and have good weapons, they can definitely catch you off guard even if they're standing close towards outside or main, and same goes for the ramp area. If the CTs are with good weapons, it becomes very difficult if you're not fully committing towards the site. That's why I just suggest going simply towards A side with your teammate together. So this strat looks like so. For this strat, you will need 2 flashes, 1 smoke, and 1 nade. And the strat pretty much is very simple, and it looks something like this. In the start of the round, one of you needs to instantly break these windows like so. This strat requires you to do this because you're gonna throw an ideal flash. One of you will be just running up against this ladder, jumping up like so, and then you're gonna position yourself on top of this corner of this building like so, and then you're just gonna aim in the middle of this windows line that is aligned with this. You aim around in the middle of it, and then you just left click throw. This bounces off in the middle of sight and blinds a lot of CTs who are playing on top of hut, or for example playing behind vents like so, or playing even closer range to vents, or playing close to default. It blinds off a lot of positions. That's why it's very effective, and you should definitely use this flash if you're committing towards A side. After throwing this flash, the T needs to instantly drop down and follow up with his teammates, while the rest of their team instantly needs to run towards side. To run towards side, you instantly jump through, and then you need to have a nade, and then instantly pop it out against this wall and throw it like so, and then you instantly need to smoke main. You have to pre-move the smoke, so make sure you learn around where you have to move. I suggest just to look in the middle of the door and then just aim close to the top right corner and aiming slightly more to the left, diagonally like so, and then just simply pre-moving it before the nade explodes, because once it explodes, the smoke instantly lands towards main and covers it fully. After you throw the smoke, then one of your teammates, depending on which one, but it shouldn't be the first one since the first one should instantly peek out towards doors, needs to throw this instant flash behind the vents. I suggest aiming in the top right corner where this corner is created against the vents. It looks like a 90-degree angle, and as you run, you just look at it, and as you run, you just simply left click throw. This flash lands behind the vents like so, and it blinds off a lot of Ts who are playing behind sight like so, as they play in the previous positions that I showed you. This flash is also very good. It blinds off hut, it blinds off behind the vents, it blinds off anyone who's playing under hut, blinds anyone who is playing on top of headshot or scaffolding, and blinds anyone who is just standing around default or even in heaven. After you throw the smoke, after you throw the flash, and after your player who is playing on top of silo throws the flash as well, you can quickly and easily entry in towards side, and then you have to focus towards several positions. This position isn't as common in the start of the round because CTs usually don't have time to position themselves in it. However, if they do, you will definitely spot them. That's why you shouldn't clear this position at all. Main will be instantly smoked, so you don't have to focus towards it. That means you have to focus towards the entire site. So in the start of the round, you instantly peek out, you quickly peek out. If you're the first player, you check towards heaven and you focus towards headshot and default, and only then when you cross out these boxes, then you need to slightly focus towards this side of hut, because only by that time CTs will jump up on top of this position like so. And then if you're the second, third, fourth or fifth player, you need to quickly follow up, and then you need to quickly focus towards these other angles, because then you have more of diversity, and by that time CTs can jump up on top of HUD and focus on you. That's why I suggest just following the first teammate and quickly checking the positions. If you are the last player who is going and following up, then you can definitely hold flank. You can stand in this position, for example, and just catch CTs off guard, or you can play in a more passive position, play behind these boxes and look at behind like so. The fourth player or the third player need to instantly focus towards main as well. If you have the control of sight, then definitely one of you needs to constantly hold this position, because CTs love to push out through the smoke. As main is smoked, CTs love to just throw a flash against this wall like so, and then instantly peek out and try to clear the positions one by one. That's why one of you definitely needs to hold the position of main, just in case so CTs don't push out of the smoke. In this strat, you can split up in between two ways. You can rather go full towards single door and nobody goes HUD, or you can go 4 towards single door and one of you goes HUD. Preferably the person who was on top of heaven needs to go towards HUD then, because then he has a very good instant spawn for that, as he drops down the ladder and instantly pushes towards HUD like so. Or you can also split up in a 3 and 2 scenario, where 3 of you push towards single door and 2 of you push towards HUD. However, in my opinion, pushing HUD is way more risky, because CTs can be standing behind this area and only focusing on you. That's why in my opinion, pushing single door is way better for the majority of players, and there could be only one player who is just lurking in HUD, just in case so no CT drops down towards HUD, so you can catch them off guard like so, and you can also clear this corner instantly. So let's break down the strat again. In the start of the round, one of you needs to quickly break the windows like so, and then one of you instantly needs to run up towards heaven, towards silo like so, position themselves in this position on top of this metal thing, and then you just aim like so and just left click throw the flash. The person who had the 5th spawn needs to quickly run towards the side and then quickly throw the nade and then pre-move to the smoke like so, and then instantly peek out towards side. Then the second player who is following up needs to quickly run against him and just throw the flash and peek out with him like so, and then all of you focus towards the positioning like so. After throwing the flash, this player instantly drops down and rather runs towards HUD or single door. He can also go HUD as well, as I mentioned. And then with the HUD smoke, then you can instantly run into site like so and have a very decent round and have a huge chance of winning the round. Also, if your first players instantly die and you have minimal chances of taking the site, then their alternative is for the 3rd, 4th, or 5th player to instantly drop down towards vents. That's why I never recommend the first player to be carrying the bomb, or the second player. The 3rd, 4th, or 5th player needs to be doing that, because if they die, the first players instantly lose the bomb, and then it becomes way more difficult of retaking it. That's why the 3rd, 4th, or 5th player need to have the bombs and instantly run in towards vents in this scenario. You can also use an alternative if you want. The person who threw the flash on top of silo, he can instead just go up and commit towards silo itself, and then he can flank the main players if he just drops down quickly on the timing and then catches them off guard. This is another good strat that you can definitely use in some scenarios where you can catch CTs who are playing in main off guard. Then you automatically win main control, and then you have an even higher chance of winning the round. If CTs know that they are ecoing or doing a force by rounds, they will definitely push ramp, so I don't suggest that you push ramp to try and flank it towards heaven, because then it's very risky and very common that Ts just instantly die and lose the control. That's why if you want to hold ramp, you can stand on the left corner like so, or even closer up like so. Instead of pushing towards ramp, it's way better to just hold it, and once you get the kill, then you can instantly drop back, because once you do, CTs might expect they're gonna push towards heaven. That's why it's just way better to gain back the control and then have a stronger weapon. In this scenario, let's say the CT that you killed had an M4, then you instantly have an M4 and you can go together with your teammates and have a way better chance of winning the round if you just play against them with them in a post-plant scenario. Thank you everyone for watching the video. I hope you enjoyed. This was how to rush A on Nuke as T on Eco and Force by rounds. I hope you enjoyed. Make sure to leave a like and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next video.